This is Tobias Bearsu, and Tobias has been building a phenomenal system for his guitar, and the thing that I'm in love with and that you'll be impressed with is he's really an amazing guitar player and plays beautifully, and probably could have just been shredding and writing great guitar tracks for his final project, but instead, on top of all of that, he's decided, why don't I build a system that lets me transform my guitar in unique and new ways. And so he's really developed a hexaphonic pickup system that will track each string individually. And then he's got an embedded little microprocessor in the form of a Raspberry Pi, which he's displaying on the screen now, just this little credit card style computer. And he's running and developed these instruments using C-Sound that happens to run on that embedded processor. And so it's really completely remarkable what he's pulling together in terms of what it implies for the future. And so that's my long introduction of Tobias Bearsu. Hello, Tobias. Is that an okay intro?
It's a great intro.
There you go.
So
Tobias.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just setting up the last little thing here, and then I think we're going to be in the business, folks. So yeah, basically I have been building a little effects processor for my guitar that has a tiny computer inside of it called a Raspberry Pi to allow me to make a guitar effects pedal using some of the tricks that I've been studying here in UPD, and this will be ultimately a system that marries sort of the powers of computing with the convenience of an instrument that's not tethered physically to a computer. These are some things that I was prototyping last semester, and I was doing them on my laptop, and I had to have a giant interface that was going to read 6 channels of audio from my hexaphonic pickup, which by the way means each string is on its own separate audio channel. And so I liked what I was building, but it was just like so much setup time. Like, yeah, I got through it now. And just so much setup time and so much stuff to lug around, and it felt like I was tethered to something when I was, playing my instrument. Oh yeah, and so I also have these foot switches which are connected to an Arduino, which once I'm done with my demo, I'll pick this thing up and show you the back, and that's sending through USB serial to my Raspberry Pi, just telling things to turn on and turn off. And if I can't get this working right now, I'll just switch over to some switches that I have in the UI here, but I think it's gonna work. Let me just do this again, sorry. Okay, I think we're good now.
Yes, bravo. Lights down a little bit, fade them out a little. Just that back row.
So now,
Perfect.
let me just do one more test here to make sure that my OSC is working. Oh, it's not working. Yeah, I'm not getting these OSC messages, unfortunately.
Are you sure you set up the right, IP address, right?
I think so. Sorry, let me just try this one more time. Yeah, that's the one I put in. Maybe that's different than the one. Maybe that's like the phone's IP or something like that. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just do it without the OSC. I have some videos of the OSC bit that I can show you guys afterwards.
Okay.
But I am just gonna see if no, it's not gonna work right now. Okay.
Well, Well, now you said it's not gonna work. The tiny little OSC control from my iPhone part isn't gonna work. Everything else works.
It's true. Everything else was
Okay, well, there. It's all how you say things, right?
Okay. So, yeah, so basically what this element that isn't working right now is I'm using this app called Touch OSC, which basically allows me to just push buttons and move sliders on my phone here, and control the parameters of the effects that I'll be showing you in a second. So I have like different pages in here. Kind of get a better angle on it that way, maybe. And each one just has a few parameters that I can change for each effect that send through Wi-Fi usually. So my idea was that this, in conjunction with the foot switches, would sort of comprise the user interface of my system.
So the foot switches change the sound, and the OSC allows you to manipulate it in real time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, foot switches are just on off, and
Your
this,
OSC is like automation buttons.
yeah,
So,
or
nice.
just like how on a normal pedal you might have a couple knobs that you
Yeah.
can turn, you know. Okay, so I'll just walk you guys through the effects here. So unfortunately they're a little bit wedded to my OSC input, but well, you'll get the idea. So, alright, so this one is sort of my flagship module. This is my arpeggiator, so it senses the strings that are on in a given chord. Can I get a little more juice?
Sure.
Nice.
I think you might.
And wanting to design this module was sort of the impetus for me getting the hexaphonic pickup in the first place. And it can go way faster, and you can change all the envelopes in real time and stuff. I'll show you guys that in one second. And then, okay, and so this code that you're seeing here is C sound. This is what I'm using to put effects on my audio. And the rest of the effects that I have here are like more conventional things that you might find in the multi-effects pedal. But one of the good things about doing this in C sound is it's super easy to modify and to add to later, and to just pop some more code in here and then reassign one of these switches, and I can have like a whole new effects pedal that's part of my system basically. So this is my pitch shifter. It's just set to shift up by 1 octave right now. But you can set it to any interval that you want, really. It's a pitch shifter that uses delays to shift the pitch. Because like a lot of the more conventional pitch shifters use FFTs, if you guys know what those are, and try to keep the CPU overhead low, since I'm using a tiny little baby computer. And I have this lo-fi module. Bit reduction. Bandpass filter. Some reverb. And a ring mod. So yeah, that's pretty much a little overview of the system. Let me, is it cool if I take a couple more minutes?
We'd love you to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just show you some of the things that I would have been doing from...
You could also show your video,
Yeah.
which, I mean, so it would show the OSC controlling if you want,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
The video's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
If
let's
you-
just
In a
switch
minute,
over
I
to
don't,
that.
I mean, you could end with it, it's up to you. They'll see it tonight too, but, you know, that way they'll see OSC in action.
Right.
But if you want, I mean, I don't know if any of us appreciate what a Raspberry Pi is. And we see that big box, and
Yeah.
we don't realize that what's under it is just, again, something pretty tiny.
Right.
So I hope you'll show us both of those things.
Okay. I totally
Later.
will.
Okay.
There's
I
just
mean, it's
one
your show.
thing.
I don't
I'm
wanna
just-
push
I'm not gonna do that much, modifying of the code here, because it's just
To it.
not ideal. But I do want to show you guys this one thing real quick that I think is cool. Right here. So I'm switching this control over to now. Now I'm gonna be able to activate this one thing that I'm talking about from the UI, from C-Sound's UI, right here. Oops. So do the second octave of the arpeggio. And actually, yeah, we should switch gears and do the videos now.
No, that was beautiful. So the point is that proved your point, that you can modify, enhance, dramatically change effects that simply once you've built them in, this is the C-sound language, by the way, everyone in the background there. And the bits of the language, you know, each of the things that are in dark purple are sort of the name of a module, and you can just add as many as you want. Do you want to show them your instruments for a second? Like when you said, here's my ring modulator, or, you know, you might just show them for 1 second.
Sure.
You know, just to see that each is a little bit of a different blob of code.
Sure. You can take a stroll through the code.
Yeah.
This is part of the arpeggiator. Just checks, when there's a transient, it checks each string against a user-defined threshold to decide if it's on or not. And then down here at a tempo that is also a changeable variable, it creates some envelopes, and basically this loop is like an envelope sequencer that's going to reveal each string one at a time by turning on these instruments down here. There are 12, one for each string and one for each string's octave. Some mixer stuff. This is my pitch shifter, pitch tracker that's a little sick right now. It's not part of the demonstration today. This is the lo-fi. A lot of these later modules are pretty much just copied from Ian McCurdy's multi-effects etude in the C-sound examples. Which has been a super useful tool to sort of copy a little bit for so many of the software design components of this project. And yeah, so that's the reverb, that's the ring mod, and this is sort of just what C-sound looks like. Yeah.
And each of the things in blue is a module, so like a modular synthesizer or whatever, and they combine to make, you know, very interesting effects like we just heard.
Can I get volume down?
Volume is now off.
Thank you.
So was Dr. B alluding to the fact that this technology exists, but it's really pricey or something, and what you've created is a way to do it and make it more accessible, or?
I mean, there's definitely a range of in the price of like multi-effects pedals for guitar. I've spent thousands of dollars on them. So, and you know, like in terms of cost, not including the cost of the special pickup itself that I'm using, like to build this whole thing probably costs like under $300. So.
And it can be anything, that's the point. Because of C-sound under the hood, it can mutate into any effect he would want. So in fact, it could be marketed under all kinds of names, and really the under the hood is just the same thing.
But that versatile.
So it has that possibility. But I think I was joking with Tobias about this, because I said, you know, the big thing that's going to sell that he's invented is the thing that holds the iPhone on the guitar. It's not going to be, you know, he's going to make millions of dollars because he made a bracket that held your iPhone on a guitar or something. Oh, I need one of those.
Right.
That's what everyone's going to want. You know, that's how life is. You
That's
know?
the private island.
Yeah, that's right, private island.
I think that we should plug this back in to see where the 1/4 inch is plugged in down there. I supplanted.
I see. Replace it with this. Okay, we're back.
So, is it cool if I play 2 videos actually?
Yes, go
So
for
I
it.
wanted to show you guys this module, which didn't make it into the final device because it was a little bit too demanding, but as soon as I'm able to write the software a little more efficiently, or the Pi gets a little stronger, like this will be in like the Mark II, basically. And oh, this is like a Gliss machine that freezes chords and slides between them. You got a little more juice.
Yeah.
I don't know sound again. That sound's not in the video, it's coming from. Oh, it's right on the tonic though, that's nice. Take what you can get. Alright, so.
But we are all seeing how nice it is to have the OSC control, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
totally it adds a level of power to every of the sounds that that will get the buzz out.
Thank you guys for being patient and bearing with me through all this setup, I really appreciate it.
Well, still, you've only used 17 minutes and 48 seconds, so you're still ahead of time. You've got 3 minutes.
Excellent, perfect. So yeah, this is what I'm playing at the showcase tonight, just in case any of you are not planning on attending. And you'll get to see a little more of the OSC stuff in action here.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Tobias, how's that?
So are those were audio effects, right? Or were you doing you weren't doing any sort of pitch to MIDI thing, were you? Or
Not in those videos.
okay.
But
so
he does have a pitch to MIDI
there's pitch to
system.
MIDI.
He has a synth it
Yeah,
plays.
there's a synth part of the system, but it's just
Yeah.
it's not working perfectly yet, so I
Okay.
didn't include it in the presentation. But it does sound kind of synthetic. Like I think
Yeah,
maybe
it almost that's why it's almost a little tricky. I was like, I don't know, it doesn't really sound like synths,
Yeah.
sounds more than effects. That's why I was wondering whether you pitch to MIDI
right,
and then we're essentially triggering
right.
synth sounds. But you're not. I mean,